Hey Aries, welcome back, guys. Don't forget to click that like button. Oh, guys, it is hot here in Texas. So, anyways, well, I'm talking to somebody here who has had a lot of people disappoint you. I'm talking to somebody who maybe even your own family has totally disappointed you in the worstest way, has turned their backs on you, left you, stranded you, just left you stranded, abandoned you, that kind of thing. That's who I'm talking to here. You've had relationships that have fallen apart where people have disappointed you, you know, and you never got what you really deserved. You never got what you truly deserved. You never got back what you put into these connections. And unfortunately, these people never appreciated you. They never appreciated what you did for them. They never appreciated you being there. They never appreciated the things that you gave to them. They were always takers. I'm hearing you were surrounded by people who were takers. And you are such a loving, caring person. You cannot help yourself. That's what I'm hearing. You cannot help yourself. If you care about somebody, you will be there for them. You will help them. You will do what you can to do for them. It's in your nature. You're a loving, caring person. You're also a very mature person. And you took a chance on these people. You stuck out your neck for these people. And what's sad is some of these people are your family, people that are supposed to be there for you. And then when you needed them, they were not there. And now, here it is, years later, and all of a sudden, these people are finding out that they need you. They need you now. They don't know what to do now. They're realizing if you were here with them, that you would do this for them, you would do that for them, you would help them. They're realizing it now. They're feeling the emptiness there. But it's too late. I'm hearing you don't want nothing to do with these people. You already know what's going on with these people. You see it. You understand it. And I'm hearing things are turning in your favor. See, I'm hearing that Spirit had to get these people out of your life so better things will come in for you. Better people. People who will appreciate you. People who will be there for you. It might not happen right away. It might not happen overnight. It looks like it's going to be one person after another, and you're just going to start collecting these people into your life. Friends. True friends that are going to turn into family. And with that, I'm hearing your stability is going to grow. Financial stability is going to grow for you. Because you're going to get what it is that you have been putting out into the universe. All of that is coming back to you. Everything that you have done for other people is coming back. You're going to be so surprised because some of these people are going to be people that, you never knew existed in the world. You never knew that there could be such people because you've always been the giver, And you're going to be receiving. And I'm not talking about finances or gifts, but it could be. But I'm talking about receiving support, emotional support. People who are going to pat you on the back and really mean it. And be like, yeah, you did a great job, that kind of thing. And they're really going to mean it. And you're going to know it and you're going to feel it. And I'm hearing you're going to be thinking, wow, why couldn't I have this before? You couldn't have it before because the people that were around you before were users. That's what I'm hearing. They were all users. They weren't meant to be part of your destiny. That's the thing. They weren't meant to be part of, who you are as a person today. They weren't written in your destiny. They're not supposed to be part of your future. Those people were never supposed to be part of your future. They were only there for a little while to teach you a lesson, and that was it. And the lesson was that you couldn't count on them. You were giving to the wrong people. That's the lesson. The lesson was you were giving too much to the wrong people. But now, I'm hearing now you know better, and now you're going to give to the right people. You're going to give your time and energy, your love, your caring, your advice to the right people now. People who are going to listen to you. Not like those people. Those people, they thought that you were, somebody that they could push around because you were so caring and loving and so sensitive. They looked at you and they're like, oh, you're so sensitive, Aries. Ha 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 ha. Why are you so sensitive? Because you care about things. So they took it as you were sensitive because you cared about nature, you cared about animals, you cared about the universe, you cared about what's going on in our population. You cared a lot about many things, not just people, but many things. Animals, all kinds of things, plants. You cared about these things and you expressed that to these people and they thought, "Oh, okay. Okay. You're so sensitive. We're going to have fun with you." Until, of course, you realize you couldn't take it no more. But now you got good people who are going to be there, loyal people. I'm hearing you're going to be meeting some really good people in your life. I'm hearing that these people are going to bring opportunities to you. They're going to be like, "Hey, Aries, you know what? There's an opening over here. I know the person that runs that place." These people are going to bring things. Things are going to fall into place for you because of these people that are coming in. You're going to be meeting these people one by one, making friendships, and they're going to help you rise. That's where your stability is going to come in. It's going to come in from the people that you know. People that are going to really appreciate you and want to help you and want to see you succeed. That's where your fortune is going to come in. It's going to be coming in from these people that care, that wait for you to call them, or vice versa. They call you and then wait for you to call them back, right? These are going to be people who are going to be like wanting to talk to you, wanting to find out what's going on with you. They're going to want to know how your day was. And sincerely want to know how your day was. Not so that they can, say things behind your back or, laugh and giggle. No, these are going to be genuine people. Good-hearted people. Believers. I'm hearing some of them are going to be believers. It's very spiritual people. Creative people who are going to help you find creative solutions. You're going to run things through them and they're going to be like, "Yeah, let's do that." Or, "Yeah, that's a good idea. You should do that." They're going to be able to see your vision. They're going to be able to see what it is that you're trying to do and where you're trying to go. They're going to help influence you. The people that are coming in, Aries, are the people that were always supposed to be in your life. These are the people that are going to help you, encourage you. And you're going to be so fulfilled. You're going to be so happy. They're going to be there for you. When you need some sugar, you're going to be able to borrow some sugar. They're going to come and bring you some sugar. You ask for a cup, they're just going to give you a whole bag. That kind of thing. So nice, so kind, so caring, so loving. And some of you, I'm hearing it's going to be because you're going to move from where you are. You're going to move to another location, and that's where you're going to find these people. And it might be a small town. It might be, another state, somewhere else. You're not going to find them, for most of you, okay? Most of you, you're not going to find them where you are. You're going to find them out there, somewhere else. Most of you. Not all of you. Some of you, you're going to find them where you are. But most of you, you're going to find them when you move. When you have distanced yourself. And if you've already moved away from those people, then that's where you're supposed to be. That's where you're going to meet these people. You know what I mean? And there's things here that, you might be afraid of because, you've gone through so much with people. You might be to the point where you feel like, you just want to be by yourself. You feel so dragged down and feel like, you just can't take anymore. How much more can you take, right? And you might feel like you don't want to be around people. You would rather just be by yourself, You might feel like you need to just rely on yourself and forget being around people. But the thing is, the spirit, that's not meant for you to be alone. You know what I mean? It's not meant for you to be by yourself and to carry the world on your shoulders like that. It was never meant for you to carry that load. These people that have done these things to you that were horrible to you, they put that load on your shoulders to carry it alone. They're the ones that put that there, but you were never meant to carry it alone. You were never meant to like be completely by yourself, you know? You were supposed to have people around you who cared about you because you are a caring person. Now I'm hearing you're going to be calling in your tribe to yourself. People who are more like you, who are into things that you're into. If you're into gardening, you're going to find people who are into gardening. You're going to be joining clubs or things like that. That's how you're going to meet these people. You know, through the things that you're interested in. Maybe you're into gaming. You're going to meet people through the gaming, you know, and you're going to make lifelong friends. Friends that are going to be there for years and years and years and years. And some of these, quote, friends are going to be people that you never met. You're just going to know them online. Like you're just going to know them, you know, by talking on the telephone. You're never going to actually meet these people in person. You're actually going to meet them through the phone. They're going to become your lifelong friends through the telephone, through the internet. You know, and then next thing you know, 30 years has passed and y'all are still friends. Y'all still call each other up and still keep up with each other. Not all your new friends are going to be like that, guys. I'm just saying. Not all of them. Some of them are actually going to be living in your town where you're going to see them and sit down with them and go eat with them and go to the movies and stuff like that. You're going to, you know, go together, do things, you know. But some of the friends that you're going to meet them online. And they're going to end up being the people that, you know, you could really talk to and not be afraid of what you say, you know. Like you're going to be able to say things that you've never been able to say before. It's going to be very therapeutic for you, you know. That's what I'm hearing. It's going to be so therapeutic. You're going to be able to say the things that you've always wanted to say and get it out. Because of that heaviness that you've been carrying around you, that disappointment that you've been carrying around you, it's weighing you down. And it's been weighing you down. And Spirit doesn't want you to live like that. Spirit wants you to live in the moment. Because what's happening is you're living in the past. Because you're still carrying all that negative energy inside of you because of what you've been through. So this is why you're trying to stay by yourself. This is why you're trying to, you know, like, you're trying to be more careful of who you let in your energy, which is good. Don't get me wrong. That's good. You want to do that. But you got to let people in too. You know what I mean? You just got to find the right ones to let in. That's how you make your friends, you know? So Spirit is saying, you know, when somebody calls you or leaves you a message, call them back. You know? Call them back. Find out what's going on with them. Go ahead and take that extra effort to find out. Because it's really easy not to return phone calls. And just have that attitude like, okay, no, I've been down this road. I've had people disappoint me. I'm not going to do it again. And it's easy to not return those phone calls. And Spirit is saying, don't do that. Return the phone calls. Find out what this person's about before you shut them out. You know what I mean? Find out what's going on with them first. You know, find out if this is somebody that can be your lifelong friend, that'll be there for you. And for some of you, this could be something that's going to turn into a romance, you know, romantic situations. But definitely, you're going to have some uh, deep relationships developing here. And it's meant for you to, you know, for this to develop for you. And for some of these people, I'm hearing you're going to be working with them because they're going to be like, hey, come over here. We got a job opening. I'll get you in. And it's going to pay good. You're going to be so happy. You're like, dang. I didn't know I could make this kind of money. You know? You're going to be like, man, I didn't know I could make this kind of money. This is good, you know? Life's getting a little easier. And you're going to like the new company. For you who's getting a job, and I'm not saying all of y'all are going to get a job, but for you who's going to get a job through these new people, I'm outside, guys. You're going to like it. It's going to be a really good job. And you're going to get paid really well. A lot better than you're getting paid now. I would say at least 50% more than what you're getting paid now. So if you're getting paid, let's say $10, you're going to be making 15. If you're making 15, you're going to be making, what is it, $22 an hour. something like that. It's gonna be like 50% more than what you're making now. That's a big difference. You know, it adds up. You could get further in life. You could do more. You know. Yeah. Well, anyways, this is what's happening. Spirit wants you to get out there and make friends, make connections, weed out the bad ones, and keep the good ones. Spirit doesn't want you to stay by yourself. You were not meant to be alone. Okay? You're not meant to be by yourself. You're meant to go out there, make friends, have relationships, try. That's what you're meant to do. You were never meant to be alone, Aries. Let me go ahead and get you your angel numbers out, guys. Guys, I don't know if y'all have been hearing about this. I'm just gonna throw it out there to y'all. Let's see what you got. You got angel number 16. I know, I don't know if y'all been hearing, but people have been offing themselves, feeling really depressed lately, and a lot of these people are offering their own families as well. So if you are feeling depressed or whatever, please call. There's an 800 number. I will look it up for you and I will put it in the description. But there is an 800 number out there if you're feeling depressed, that depressed, where, you feel like that's your only solution, then, yeah, there is help out there. You don't have to let yourself go that far. Okay. I've been hearing a lot of people, you got angel number 888. I've been hearing a lot of people are starting to do that, and they believe it's because of the economy, and it's not coming out on the news. And this is another thing people are talking about, is that why aren't the news covering these incidences? And I think why they're not covering it, and we're hearing it through the grapevine, and we're hearing Amber Alert, and we're hearing it, through the grapevine, and it's never hitting the news, is because I think they don't want people to panic and realize what's really going on. You know what I mean? But here, we're all mature adults, so that's why I'm bringing it up. At least that's what other people are talking about, and they're like, well, maybe they just don't want people to hear about it, know about it. If they keep hearing about it, maybe it'll give them ideas, I guess. I don't know. Because I know, I have heard of where people copy each other. You know what I mean? Anyhow, let's pray for those people who have done these things. Okay? I've heard of them. They off themselves and their families, children. You know, there was one actually not too far from me where she actually got caught in the act. She was throwing her children off the bridge, and she was saying when they caught her, they asked her why, and she was saying because she couldn't afford to feed them, and CPS wouldn't take them. Oh, this is a thing y'all don't know. If I don't know if this helps anybody, but CPS will not take your kids. You cannot just go in there and say, "Hey, I want to give up my kids." You actually have to abandon them, which will cause you to get in trouble, and it will cause you to go to jail. But it's still better than the alternative. I'm just saying, it's still better than, you know, I don't know. I think CPS should just start taking the children personally. But anyways, let's go ahead and get off of that topic. Guys, you got number 888. I am abundant and I am perspective. Number 16. It says you have an acquisitive mind that allows you to uncover important truths. You have a special ability to read into other people's feelings, a wisdom seeker, and your angels ask to share your knowledge for the benefit of others. I am perspective. Might be why Spirit wants you to get around and start meeting people. You know what I mean? We got angel number 888. It says, as you focus on all the wonderful things that surround you, you're clearing the path for more positive energy to flow into all areas of your life and creating a place for abundance. I am abundant. Yeah, you see, those people that treated you wrong, those people had to go so new people can come in, so good people can come in. So that makes sense. So that's your angel number, guys. Put that in the in the comment section. I am perspective. I am abundant. Guys, I'm still running my my not my GoFundMe. I'm still running my Oh gosh, I can't remember the name. Sorry. I'm still running my fundraiser. Couldn't remember the name. I'm still running my fundraiser. I will put the information for my PayPal and my Cash App in the description. Any little bit helps, guys. I really appreciate those who have already sent in some, sent in some money. Thank you. I appreciate it. Even $5, it helps. Okay. And thank you, guys. I really appreciate y'all. If you'd like to give, my information will be there. If you would like to donate, and catch me in the next one. I'm so sorry I had to bring up that about the people because it's becoming an epidemic and people are not talking about it. My mind is still thinking about that, but I don't want to go really deep into that because I don't want to depress anybody. But, it's something that we need to be aware of because apparently our GOV, especially if you're in the United States, our GOV is apparently ignoring what is really going on out here and ignoring what people's experiences are going on, people not being able to afford things. People are starting to live in their vehicles because they can't afford the rent, they can't afford the electricity, which I can totally understand. The electricity is going crazy. It's absurd how much the electricity is now. We're using less, but we're paying more. Make it make sense. We go to the store, we're paying more, but we're getting less. Like, hello, that's not how it's supposed to work, but that is exactly what's going on. Pretty soon we're going to be paying full price for a gallon of milk, but only getting a half a gallon of milk. And I'm pretty sure in some places it's probably already happening. Things are getting so expensive, but our GOV is ignoring everything that's going on around us, and that is one of the things that they are ignoring. But it's crazy because they're not ignoring the people who are living in their vehicles, and some people have just chosen to do that because they're like, you know what, I can't work two jobs. People are like, and I don't blame them. It's too hard. I used to work two jobs, but that was when I was younger. Not now. There's no way in the world I could work two jobs now. Impossible. I could not work that hard now. But when I was younger, yeah, when I was in my 20s, not now. And I don't blame these people. It's not for everybody, And even back then, when I was in my 20s, it was hard. It was crazy hard. I was driving myself crazy. I was going to the wrong job sometimes, you know? So, yes, it's hard. But the thing is, our GOV is not listening. So some people are like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to move in my vehicle. And you know what? I'm like, I think it's a great idea. I support it. I'm like, yes. I'd rather them live in their vehicle and park in front of my house if they need to. I'm fine with it. Like, yeah, park in front of my house if you need to. You need a safe place to sleep. That's fine. Park in front of my house. I would rather people do that than to have people sleeping on the streets. At least if they have their own vehicle, they have a chance to, get jobs, go to work. They still have a chance to function and have some kind of normalcy in their life. This is why I support it. Or people who live in RVs. I 100% support that. I had a cousin who did that. She raised 3 kids in an RV. All her kids are great kids. I kid you not. She raised 3 wonderful kids, 2 girls and a boy. All 3 of them are awesome, very level-headed, good kids. Well, they're not kids anymore. They're they're like 35 now, 36. But you know what I'm saying? They all great kids. Lived in a RV. Grew up in an RV. They traveled quite a bit back then. My cousin would get a job here, get a job there, and that's how she lived. And they got to travel, see the world, and meet a lot of people. They went to public school sometimes. Sometimes she homeschooled them. And it was great. I support it. I think it's a wonderful idea. I don't understand why people are downing it, especially with people that have children. Why are you downing it? And I understand people are like, "Oh, these children, they need time to experience their bodies." And what are you talking about? They're kids. Like, what kind of perverted stuff is that? Seriously. They're kids. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think they're going to do? Spend all day in their room exploring their bodies? Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, what is wrong with people? Anyways, I'm going to get off that topic because I already know I'm going to have people get mad at me for saying it. But there's nothing wrong with it, guys. Anyways, I support it, but our GOV all of a sudden, because these people are living this way, oh, now they're paying attention. Oh, now they want to outlaw it. Oh, now they want to give them tickets. Like, what? Now they want to harass them. You know what I mean? But people who are doing other things, they don't want to address certain things. They just want to act like it's not happening, and it is happening. And they want to act like everything's all honky dory. Well, yeah, for them, because they're living off of our taxes, and they're taxing the hell out of everybody. Well, yeah, for them, they have an endless pool of cash, and most of them take that money that we give them that comes from us, and then they end up, uh, investing it and becoming, millionaires and billionaires off of our taxes, you know. Well, yeah, so for them, of course, what's the problem? We don't know why people don't are not eating well. Why are people getting sick? Why are people buying junk food? Because junk food is cheaper, and it really is. You can find junk food a lot cheaper than actual food, and it's hard to get real food. And it really is. I know people are like, no, it's not. Yes, it is. Junk food is actually cheaper. You could find. I just went to Walmart last week, and they had those big things of cookies on sale for $1.50. But one they want $1.50 for just one bell pepper. $1.50 for one bell pepper, or a whole big thing of cookies. You know what I mean? Like, what? Anyways, I'm ranting. I'm gonna get off of this, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Even if you disagree with me, that's okay. We could still be friends. That's fine. Everybody, deserves their own opinion. I am not the kind of person who will argue with anybody. These are just my observations, my thoughts on this. And I'm frustrated. And guys, I love you guys. So if I'm gonna rant to y'all because I'm close to y'all. So you know what I'm saying. Anyways, catch me in the next one, guys. Y'all take care. Love you guys. Bye bye.